Welcome to the worldwide launch of the all-new Mark 8 Golf here in Portugal. And wouldn't you know it, just before we start, down comes the rain. So a lot of questions about this car. First and foremost, for North America, everybody's going to want to know, when is it coming? When is the GTI and the Golf R going to arrive as well? I'll answer all of those questions and where we are with the Golf family in just a moment. Quickly on the outside before I get in and get dry. On the outside, dimensionally, this all-new Mark 8 is exactly the same size. It looks different, though, because they lowered the nose of the car down for aerodynamic effect. And you notice the most prominent feature is the available LED matrix headlamps on this car. The good news is LED headlamps and tail lamps are standard on all Mark 8 Golfs coming into the North American marketplace. Wheel sizes start from 16 inches and go up to 18 inches. So you have to decide for yourself, do you like the direction they're going with the look of this new Mark 8 Golf? I have to tell you, I've seen it in pictures, and now today for the first time in person, it looks better in person. Let's get dry. Now, it is worth stopping and talking about the inside of this car because I think that the inside is more of a game changer than the engine or the look of this vehicle. Now, there's some good and there's some bad here. The first is that they call this the InnoVision cockpit. And what that means is the 10-inch digital dashboard or digital cockpit behind the steering wheel is standard on every Mark 8 Golf, where currently, to get that, it's the top models. Then you get the latest display audio system. 8.25 inches is the base screen, and the one you're looking at here is 10 inches. And the way they have the panel all situated together looks like one continuous screen. We've seen that in the industry lately, and they've done that here at Volkswagen. On the left-hand side, you have other touch-sensitive things like the headlamps and the rear defroster and the defroster are all situated on the left. That cleans up the center console, which makes room for a big bin for your wireless charging that's included in this car. There's also a little control panel here underneath the big infotainment screen, which gets you into things you use all the time, like climate, your drive modes, the parking menu, and the assist features for the automated assistance in the car. So that's a nice quick reference that you can use. However, you would think that Volkswagen would have learned by looking at others in the industry that have gone to touch-sensitive swipe features in cars like Cadillac and Lincoln, and a lot of people didn't like that technology. They've included that here, so there is no volume knob. You slide your hand over this plastic feature in the center, and you turn the volume up and down. In theory, it works just fine. When you're driving, when you're moving around, it's not that simple. Now, same thing with the temperature settings. You slide your finger across that, they go up and down. All right, one more quick spin, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this new Golf. Now, final thoughts on this Mark 8 Golf. Well, one thing's for sure, I have a car today that has DCC, Dynamic Chassis Control. We typically see that in North America in GTI and Golf R. Not sure if we're going to get it on the base model Golf that I'm driving here today for the Canadian market. And that does make a difference. And it's been nice to be able to turn it up to the sportiest settings for these beautiful twisty roads. And then when you get on the highway, turn it down. And they've made the parameters of that much wider, so it's sportier on one end and more relaxed on the other. It drives like a Golf. The actual drive itself isn't too different from the existing Golf we have now. And that's a good thing because it's smooth, it's quiet, it's refined, it feels well planted on the road. All the things that we've come to enjoy from the Mark 7 Golf is carried over. All of this other stuff makes this car really something unique. I'm just thinking to myself, what do you have at play here? This is a compact car, but it has a lot of premium car features. I've always called the Volkswagen small car family Audi Light, and I think this is truer today with this Mark 8 than ever. It has a lot of premium car feel inside here. Fully digital instrument cluster, big advanced technology screens, nice cabin with nice materials, nicely put together, standard LED headlamps. It all looks much more upscale. The big question is, how much is it going to cost? There were lots of changes to the Volkswagen Golf family between now and when this all-new Mark 8 model arrives in 2021. 2019 was the last year for the Golf R, the Sportwagon, and the Alltrack. The GTI will continue to be built through 2020. Also, the e-Golf will be discontinued after this year, making way for the ID family of full electric vehicles. That means just the base model regular Golf will be produced right until this new model arrives in the summer of 2021. We're going to get the R and the GTI right around the same time. It's not that many sleeps till we get it. And I think the way you have to look at this is that maybe where you live, you might not get Golf, but you're going to get GTI and you're going to get Golf R. And based on what you see here, I think it's going to be very exciting. There's some beautiful looking cars ahead based on this base model Golf.